Welcome back for our about to start our third and final match of the day here at the Golke Activity Center. It'll be the host Evangels coming back onto the floor to take on a game USAO bunch. Both these teams dropping in 4 sets to Oklahoma Wesleyan's day. They are done after winning both matches, so both teams playing here 0-1, and both will look to get into the win column for the first time in this different kind of season. A lot of talk last game. This is a different USAO team that took the floor last year, a team that only won 1 game last year. MACU won both meetings, dominated both meetings, but likely will not be the case in this match. So again, both teams hoping to come away with a win today. We'll get you all set in just a moment. This is MACUathletics.com. Welcome back to the Golke Activity Center. About to start our third and final match of the day. Alex Friedman and Rachel Taps with you here on this opening day for the MACU Evangels volleyball team, as well as that for USAO and Oklahoma Wesleyan. So MACU will look to get a victory here, the first one for head coach Holly McCamey, as well as same could be said for USAO as well, and their first-year head coach Hunter Bishop for USAO. They're going to go with the same lineup that they had in their last game. Simea West, redshirt junior from Fort Worth, Texas. Diane Doobie, the libero from Wellington, Colorado, a junior. Ryan Everly, who had a great overall game against Oklahoma Wesleyan. Junior outside hitter from Oklahoma City. Madison Garcia, freshman setter from Walapahu, Hawaii. Allison Patak, sophomore middle blocker from White Oak, Texas. PJ Curry, junior outside hitter from Platte City, Missouri. And Darlene Birch, freshman middle blocker from Dallas, Texas. MACU, a little bit different look on the day, or a little bit different look here in game 2. They will have Ryan Hale get the start. Played a little bit in game 1. A junior from Oklahoma City, although she will be joined by Allison Porter, redshirt freshman from Lawton, Oklahoma. Morgan Van Beer, 5'5" junior center from Edmond, Oklahoma. Tiana Nihapali, a freshman outside hitter from Hawaii, and a Foker there will not start in this game at least. And Faith Fouch, the defensive specialist and utility player from Tulsa, will round things out. Also, Kaylee Walker on the floor.
To start the match,
Another junior defensive specialist from Cache, Oklahoma. So USAO will begin. They'll be attacking from right to left. Right away for Fouch on the far side. Set back up for West too far. First point of the match goes to MACU. And Foker right away will check in for Kaylee Walker. MACU also in their white jerseys here in this game. Red numbers on the front and back, black shorts. For USAO, black tops, black shorts, white numbers on the front and back. Nihapali serving it for MACU. Curry, a little bit too strong as well. USAO won the first set in that last match against Oklahoma Wesleyan, dropped the next three. The key set was the third one, in which it was 26-24 win for Oklahoma Wesleyan after USAO had match point. MACU off to a 3-0 start in this game. MACU also lost in 4 sets in their first match. Lost set 1, won 2, lost 3 and 4. Nihapali, the freshman from Hawaii, very impressive in her collegiate debut earlier today. There's another freshman on USAO from Hawaii, also had a great first game. Foker, and it is inbounds. So all it has to do is touch a part of the line, and it did. So a 4-0 start for MACU on Foker's first kill.
And Foker finishing at 3rd place in the NRIA record book for single season kills.
Make it a 5-0 run to start this game.
I think these back-to-back games start to affect these teams. We see fatigue in the Drovers. We saw fatigue in the Eagles on the previous game. So I think the back-to-back just getting to them.
So the leaders for MACU in game 1, it was Foker with 8 kills, Van Meer with 28 assists, 3 service aces by Walker, and a 6-0 run now. There's a service ace for Nihapali. Does not want to give up this serve. 5 straight points with her serving, and a timeout called early by USAO. So wonderful start to this game for the Evangels. Back in a moment on MACUathletics.com. Nothing start to this game. MACU here in the first set. Oh, Nihapali. Yeah, he's gotten 5 straight points with her serving for MACU. Curry pushes it forward. Now set for Foker, far side, make it 7-0. Well, we saw Oklahoma Wesleyan, as you mentioned, Rachel, the first set of the second half of their back-to-back game. They were a bit sluggish. They did get the win, though. Or no, they did lose that game. And USAO out to a slow start here. And yes, that one drops in from Fouch with a left hand.
Substitution for USAO.
What a run to start this game. Last year, MACU winning both matches handily. They won all 6 sets. Got to get it over, they do. Hale with the set for Porter, dug out West. Hale able to get to that one. Leave it for Folker, and that is off of Everly, out of bounds. Everything going right for MACU, starting things off. Mentioned they won all 6 sets. They won by 10 or more points in 4 of the 6 sets. There's the first point of this set. Courtesy of Allison Patak. Only once did USAO even reach 20 points in a set. That was the last set of their second game. But as we talked about a lot, this is a different USAO team than what they would have seen last year. That infraction committed by MACU. They get back-to-back points, USAO does, after getting down 9-0.
Coach McCamey switching up the lineup, giving us a chance to see a lot of new faces that we didn't get a chance to see last season.
No response with 3 straight points after Folker off the mark. Folker, big game against USAO in the second meeting with 12 kills. Porter had a nice first game. This one has to get over. USAO does. Comes the set for Folker far side, and she's got a second kill of the game. Actually, my mistake. I shortchanged her. That's her third. MACU now leading 10-3. Mentioned Hoshkali McCamey, her first season. Very unique circumstances. Just even without a pandemic going on, as Folker got another one towards the back of the court, in which she joined the program as an assistant in January. Then Coach Kevin Fitzgibbon resigned in May to pursue other opportunities after leading MACU to a winning record in his only season. Service error, that time by Allison Porter, the redshirt freshman.
To serve.
That will bring Plunk back in. So Coach McCamey elevated to head coach in May. And then, of course, that was when we were really in the thick of everything for the pandemic. And now trying to adjust everything here in the first season. USAO just stole a point there, as it was King who had to nudge it over just on the third hit, and it somehow found some space. 11-5, MACU leading in the first set. Too much on that serve by Patek. MACU with some substitutions here. Van Meer back in, as is Maddie Calico.
Placing number 15, Hale.
Mentioned Van Meer led the way in assists in game 1. Couple players both go after it. Still pretty decent set, all things considering, on the bump by Plunk over to Folker, who does the rest.
And Folker mentioning just how special it is to be able to play her senior season with these circumstances. So playing with a little bit more passion, if that's even possible, than before.
I mean, because honestly, things turn south quickly. We have seen them before just in the world. For all we know, we hope that's not the case. This could be the final match you play. Who knows what happens, what could happen the next few days. It is just such an rapidly changing situation. Rachel, you certainly went through that yourself this past March before you guys could play in the NCCAA National Tournament.
Yeah, we preach to a lot of our younger players and players coming up just to, appreciate that time that they get to play, because you never know when it's going to be your last game. Of course, I never knew that was going to be my last game, so just don't take advantage of that time.
Service error leads to a point for MACU. There in front, 14-7.
And fatigue is definitely noticeable, as we saw number 16, Birch, very energetic in the first game, non-stop talking, non-stop encouraging. Not much talking this game, so you can see the fatigue this game. And MACU still rallying.
Nia Polly, again in her collegiate debut, had 7 kills, along with 5 digs. Gets the point there from MACU in front, 15-7. I'll leave it back to the libero. Now Brewer gets it over, batted around a few times and out. Desiree Brewer, another new player to this program, junior college transfer.
Brewer definitely going to be a big help to the Evangels. Just need her to be aggressive.
Plunk eventually works around to Calico. Registers her first kill of the contest.
Substitution for USAO. Number 10, Curry replacing 14.
Curry back in for Conyers. 17-7, a 10-point lead for MACU, who started this game on a 9-0 run. Strong first set so far. And boy, Rachel, you were just talking about fatigue setting in. It's the first 2 college games for Darlene Birch, and just kind of lazily sent that one in the net. And Coach Bishop calling timeout. It is 18-7 MACU here in the first set. This is MACUathletics.com. MACU leading 18-7. Walker will serve for MACU here in the first set. Brewer sends it back over. Put the lead to 12 now. Kaylee Walker, junior, serves, and that was just a room service kill right there for Birch.
Seeing a sign of life come back to Birch after that ace. That kill, I mean.
Eberly just a little bit long. What a calculated play there by the libero Megan Plunk. Now 20-8, and Plunk will now serve. Senior from Rowlett, Texas. First 2 years spent just down the road at Randall University. Transferred to MACU last year. Great debut season. West didn't get all of it, but got enough towards the center of the court, make it 20-9.
Plunk spoke a little bit about how much she enjoys playing with this team and the group of girls that she, got to come to play with last year, and just the environment that MACU has brought to her life. She really appreciated coming in.
Second team all conference last year And we saw Allison Porter have a nice game earlier today, her first game of a redshirt freshman year, and collects that last kill. It's 21-9. Couch back in for MACU. Hale also back in. She serves from the near side and overran the ball there. Was inspecting it to go a little bit further off the hip from West.
Garcia to serve.
Sania West, one of the main sources of offense for USAO in this opening set. And one Hawaiian to another. And Porter just with a beautiful dunk.
Point, Lady Evangels. Substitution for America.
Joker back in for Walker.
Replacing for Walker.
Murray checks back in for USAO. 22-10. Well, the last time Nia Polly was serving, there was 8 straight points. And now she gets another one. We have seen that throughout the day. Quite a few serves that hit off the top of the net then just land in the middle of everybody. 23-10. Nia Polly with another one. More firm this time. West too long on the drive, and it is set point for MACU. Polly looking to wrap it up. Curry has it stuffed back, and that will do it. Now, it is a set win for MACU in the opening set, 25-10. So a big runaway win for MACU to start things off as they seek their first match victory of the year. Be back with the second set in a moment. This is MACUathletics.com. Now MACU with a big 25-10 win in the first set. Hannah Foker had 6 kills in the set. I'm still learning, but even I know 6 kills in one set is really good. 4 assists by Ryan Hale. 3 service aces by Nia Polly, who again with her serving was huge for MACU, especially on that run to start. 5 digs by Plunk to lead the way for MACU there in the opening set. USAO will look to a bounce back. So after winning their very first set of the season, they have now dropped the last 4, 3 of which have been handily won by the opposition. And again, the set scores from last year in the 2 meetings between these teams. In the first meeting, which was in this gym, 25-15, 25-11, 25-19. And then in the second one, 25-14, 25-13, and 25-20. Both teams under first-year head coaches, Holly McCamey and Hunter Bishop. Chances to make these programs their own and trying to both, in a sense, for different reasons, stabilize programs. Again, Holly McCamey, 5th coach in 5 years for MACU, and Hunter Bishop trying to finally bring some success to a program that has not had much since it began in 2016. Again, 3 of their first 4 seasons with just 1 or 2 wins. They had 7 wins a couple years ago, but backslid to 1 last year.
To start the second set,
Hale, Plunk, Neapoli, Walker, Fouch, and Porter on the floor for MACU to start things off. Garcia leaving for Curry, too strong. Curry joined by Eberly, Doobie, Waspatak, and Garcia. Ryan Hale, redshirt junior from Oklahoma City, serves it off, comes right back to her. Fouch will send it into the backcourt. Rejected at the line, but it goes out of bounds, and Porter, frustrated, she couldn't keep it in.
Garcia to serve.
MACU trying to come back. Doobie giving it to West and gets in a battle with Fouch, eventually won by USAO on the near side. So first lead of this match for USAO, 2-1 here in the second set. Trying to even things up. Neapoli just past the back line. Or no, excuse me, it was deflected. So it is a point to the Evangels. USAO was signaling, the back judge had signaled it was out, but it was touched by USAO. Curry has it rejected. Fouch and Porter on the spot.
Substitution for USAO.
You see Fouch in that utility position, even though only listed at 5'3", gets a lot of time on the front line. Especially with right now in this rotation with Neapoli serving. That time Patak able to muscle it in for the point. Ties things up at 3-3. Marquise King back in for USAO. She'll check in to serve. Volker with her first chance of the set and converts. Again, 6 kills in the first set alone.
Substitution.
And now 7 on the match.
Number 32, MACU, replacing 24, Seaball. Porter to serve.
Desiree Brewer back in, replacing Plunk. First time today for USAO, we see Haley Mackey, number 32. And Volker able to stand tall there on the far side to get another point. Now Mackey, her first chance, and hit it out of bounds. 6-3, MACU leading. Did it catch the line? No, it did not.
USAO.
And back to USAO. Porter out and Plunk back in. And Birch re-enters for the Drovers. Attack over to Neapoli. Hale leaves for Foker. Couple of diving attempts, but it ends up as another kill for Hannah Foker. Senior out of Germany. Second year in the program here. Came to the U.S., went to St. John's River College.
Foker and Plunk, such huge leaders as seniors for this team and huge pieces, not only vocally but playing-wise as well. Foker, the leader in many categories on this team.
Conference Newcomer of the Year last year.
Yep.
Calico, oh, just missed. Almost snuck it in, just over the net, near corner.
Number 14, Conyas, replacing number 10, Curry. Conyas will serve.
There's Conyas back in. She'll serve for USAO. 7-5 MACU in the second set, up 1-0. And near the bump up for Foker. Deflected by Birch, out of bounds. Boy, they've no answer for Foker right now.
Substitution for America, number 4, Walker, replacing from Walker. Walker will
She'll
serve.
sub out. Walker comes in. Birch knocked it over. Threw back from MACU.
Point, Lady Angels.
Double hit assessed to USAO. MACU now in front 9-5. Dig that time by Walker. Calico sends it back. Mackey able to get her first kill today.
Drovers. Substitution for USAO, number 10, Curry, replacing 14, Conyas, and number 1, West, replacing 6, King. The libero, Doobie to serve.
Now some confusion on the rotation for USAO, and now
USAO.
Coach Bishop will call a timeout. Now MACU in front, 9-6 here in the second set, trying to take the first two sets of the match. Back in a moment on MACUathletics.com. (9-6), MACU leading. Seabach will serve it up.
And Birch trying to keep her team motivated. And will do so.
Right up on in front of Brewer that time. Brings a lot of energy. Probably was a handful for her parents, I can imagine. And for her teachers in school. Neapoli responding there. Porter back in for MACU. Plunk serving for the Evangels. Birch able to get it over. MACU could not handle it cleanly.
The libero, Doobie to serve.
Birch goes out, Patak back in. Doobie serving for the Drovers. Van Meer pushed it over. Back pass, Van Meer will slide it. And just grazes off a couple Drovers and lands in. Just a simple volley back over, because MACU had to.
Substitutions for America, number 15, Hale replacing
Hale much more playing time in this game. Not seeing much in the opening match. Fouch also back in. (11-8) MACU. Hale sends it into the net. Maybe it's just a carryover from the first set. Hard to believe this is just a 2-point set right now. MACU, it feels like they'd be up by a lot more, but USAO hang it in, down 11-9. Hale for Fouch, far side. Good dig by USAO. Porter came right back with it. Here's Porter again, blocking a shot in a third straight. What a sequence there for Allison Porter.
Substitution for America, number 12.
And they definitely missed that presence last year with Porter being there to block.
To serve.
Coker back in for MACU. Poly serving. West on the far side. Beautiful shot there by Sania West. And after that, she'll check out.
I don't know about you, Alex, but I'm very excited to see how the Evangels play out this year. They look to be a very exciting team with so many newcomers coming in and performing so well today.
Newcomers, new system.
Yep.
Curry gets it over. Fouch could not convert. Well, USA only down one, 12-11. Again, it's going to be a unique schedule. 10 games here in the fall, and then picking back up play, hopefully in the spring. And the service there by King as MACU gets the point. Lady Evangels next play on the 14th against Oklahoma Wesleyan. That's a road game. They'll have a few road games before an early October match here. USAO cannot get it over. And now MACU in front 14-11. Next home game will be October the 1st against Arlington Baptist. Road game, just a regular road match at Oklahoma Wesleyan, then a tri-match in Kansas against Bethel and Friends on September 26th or September 22nd. And MACU in front 14-12. Serve back to USAO. Brewer sent it wide.
Point, Drovers.
Back to a 1-point game. Fouch got into the chest of a jumping Birch.
And surprised herself with that one.
Yeah. Van Meer back in, as is Calico.
Replacing 15 Hale. Van Meer will serve.
Morgan Van Meer, the junior from Edmond, back in. Scott control the serve right now. Mackey gets it over. Sliding dig. There's Calico. And Calico able to rock it in.
Calico finished third on the team last season with 192 kills. So just building off of that.
Near with the service there. Claps her hands in frustration after that.
Substitution for USAO, number 14, Conyers replacing 10, Curry. Conyers will serve.
Conyers back in. Got a whistle for a double hit on the set attempt before Folker could get to it. And it seems like every time MACU looks like they might be ready to go on a run, USAO responds at 16-15. And near for Brewer, gets tapped back. Birch sends it over. And Near setting it up for Folker this time, and she's got another.
Point. Lady Evangels. Substitution for America.
Already up to 11 kills in this match.
Just based on what I saw from the team last year, the camaraderie of this team is, much better, and they're more in sync than last year.
Nearly an ace, good dig by Doobie. Mackey taps it. Set for Brewer. Tap back. Here comes Calicote. Have to get it over. Van Meer does. Doobie towards the net. Birch mishandled it. Overran the ball. And a point for the Lady of Angels. To 15, MACU in front. USAO again back end of back-to-back, trying to snap a stretch of 4 consecutive set losses going back to the Oklahoma Wesleyan game. USAO will next play on Friday at home against Arlington Baptist. They got a couple of home games for their next 2 matches. Mackey too much going towards the far corner.
Point, Lady Angels.
Birch had it rejected by Brewer. Sent back towards MACU, looking for the set. Neapoli, right to King. Tanya's going to have to get it over and does. Set for Brewer. Stood up that time by Birch.
And Birch lacks no confidence. Staring us down as she completes that block.
Number 1, West, replacing 6, King.
Brewer again. A fake that time. We saw Garcia do that a lot in the Oklahoma Wesleyan game. First time she executes it here against MACU. Van Meer leaving straight in the middle for Calicote. Calicote able to rocket it off. A diving save for Lene Seabach. Porter back in as Brewer comes out. Plunk the serve. And MACU on the attack. And Calicote nearly had another. It was a good effort by USAO to get it back, but Birch sends it wide, and now 21-17 Evangels. West back in the game. Neapoli hit the pole.
Point, Jokers.
USAO trailing 21-18. They regain serve.
The libero, Doobie, to serve.
Doobie, the libero, lets it go. Porter mistimed the jump, and Nia Polly into the net.
Drovers.
Timeout called by the Evangels. Their lead cut to 2 here in the second set. 21-19 the score. This is MACUathletics.com. USAO down by 2, trying to even up this match. Here for Calicote into the net, and now a 1-point game. USAO coming on strong here. Plunk for Nia Polly. She'll just bump it back. There's West, good challenge at the net. West again, deflected off a couple of players, and now it's tied. Last 4 points to the Drovers to pull even. Porter gets it over the left hand. Here's West for the lead and got it. Another timeout called by MACU. A run here in the second has put the Drovers ahead 22-21. Trying to again even up the match. We'll be back. This is MACUathletics.com. Alchin Hale back in for MACU, which again is now on the wrong end of a 5-0 run, which has seen USAO go in front 22-21. They get a break, though, with a service error to tie it up.
And Drovers are showing today that they are not a team you can sleep on or take your foot off the gas pedal with.
Not at all. Porter able to be opportunistic, two-handed putback. Angels now leading 23-22. Good response out of the timeout. Hale to serve. West clears the net. There's West. West able to pull back even. He's been a huge part of this resurgence here late in the second set.
Garcia to serve.
23-all. MACU won the first set rather easily, 25-10. It's been a battle here in the second set. Garcia serving. Mia Polly couldn't handle
Great
it.
hustle.
Couple of great attempts, but it ends up in a point for the Drovers and set point now for USAO. Garcia, though, leaves it long. Boy, that is 2 critical points where USAO seemingly had all the momentum, and a service error changes things. So we are now even, 24 apiece. It'll take more than 25 to win this set. Polly lets it go. Here's West. Polly on it. Setting up Folker. Got it. Advantage, MACU. Now a timeout by USAO. It is set point for MACU at 25-24. We'll see if MACU can finish it off. This is MACUathletics.com. Set point for MACU, 25-24 here in the second set. Polly ends it. Curry over to Nia Polly, cross court. Folker again, that'll do it here in the second set. When in doubt, go to your stud. And it is Folker with
the second set.
The last 2 points to give MACU a 26-24 win to take a 2-0 advantage. So MACU was facing set point, and they end up scoring the final 3 points of the set. And now in the driver's seat heading into set number 3. Rachel and I will be back in a moment. This is MACUathletics.com. MACU, after a 26-24 win in the second set, now leads this match 2-0. So a chance for a 3-set sweep to get their first match victory of the season. Alex Friedman and Rachel Taps with you here at the Galkey Activity Center on the campus of Mid-America Christian. Now through 2 sets, Hannah Folker leading all players with 13 kills, had 6 in the first, 7 in the second. Samia West leads the way for USAO with 7.
To start the third set,
Ryan Hale leading his sister from MACU at 10. Madison Garcia for USAO at 12. And on the digs, Megan Plunk for MACU with 7. Marquise King for USAO with 4. Haley Walker starts off the set with a kill and a point. Folker, after just getting a little bit of an extended breather in between sets, right back in. Mihipali serving. Garcia towards the middle for Birch, had it sent right back by Porter. She's done that a couple of times in this match. Hale taking some time to clean up center of the court. Well, USAO in their last match lost a tough third set and just did not recover after that. We'll see if it's a similar script here in the third set against MACU. In both instances they had set point, could not finish. Ryan Eberly, who'd been on the bench for a long time, back in for USAO. MACU 3-0 start to this set. And it's going to be 4-0 now.
Point, Lady Angels.
We saw in the first set with Nia Polly serving up to a 9-0 start. Serving again, it's 4-0. There's Eberly, and it is too long.
Point, Lady Angels.
Polly over to King. Looks like she couldn't decide how to handle it. Got caught in between. And yet another impressive run with Tiana Nihipali serving for MACU. West will come in for MACU, and even though it means her being on the back, Coach Bishop knows he's got to get one of his better players in here. Plunk leaves for Folker, able to still keep it in play, and it ends up being a point for USAO. Boy, that was a couple feet from being yet another kill for Hannah Folker, but instead USAO makes a couple of great plays to get on the board here in the set. Hale for Folker. Bumped out of bounds that time by Curry.
Porter to serve.
Porter will serve for MACU. And there's West, able to change it up that time with the speed. Get it along the near sideline. Leading attacker in this game for the Drovers. They trail 7-2. MACU recently announcing its inaugural volleyball team of the decade as USAO just gives it right back to MACU off the service there. Player of the decade, Christiane Costa-Smith, who played here 2009 through 10. Setter Callie Solly, Vero Camara Bronnax, another center, and Hannah Lutke. Laurel Church, the middle blocker. Becky Anderson, the middle blocker. Taryn Walker, the outside hitter. Larissa Runyon, outside hitter, defensive specialist. And Shannon Niemeyer, the right side hitter. One last one, Casey Montgomery, middle blocker and right side hitter. You can read all about those outstanding players at MACUathletics.com. MACU with the last couple of points, now in front 9-2. And need to wipe up the court a little bit here. USAO going deep into the bench. Grace Touchstone, first time she's appeared all day. A senior setter from Norman, placing Birch. Van Meer just drops it in between 5 players, all caught looking. And Coach Bishop not pleased.
And the whole Drover squad just looking very defeated and frustrated with each other.
And he's going to make a substitution, take Curry out.
Kind of just falling apart at this moment.
Eberly gets it over. And near for Calicote, slips it through a few defenders. And boy, this is so similar to the fourth set USAO had in their last match after the tough loss in extra points against Oklahoma Wesleyan. Just didn't recover, came out flat in the fourth set. Very similar start here. And was it touch?
Point, Drovers.
It was. The point will go to USAO. But when you're building a program, again, getting a group to buy in and learn how to win, it's part of that's coming back from tough results.
Yep.
But a little bit of life here, back-to-back points, cutting into 11-4. Garcia to serve. Van Meer, the Folker on the near side. That goes off the arms of Eberly, out of bounds.
Folker having a day. They just don't know what to do with her.
Obviously does most of her damage from the left side, but opposite side that time, able to get the kill. Eberly's got to get it over, can't do so, lost her balance on the swat. 13-4 MACU, trying to win all 3 sets here, get their first win of the season. Seabach back in for USAO to replace Eberly.
Placing 3, Eberly.
Now West just giving them points when they needed them, not that time. Mihipali has it deflected. Good dig that time. Hit into the net by Walker.
Substitution for USAO, number 6, King, replacing 1, West. And number 3,
King and Eberly back in.
24, Seabach.
MACU
Substitutions
also going deep into the bench here.
Rebecca Lindley.
Rebecca Lindley, a sophomore from Noble, Oklahoma, wears number 5. And number 14, Sierra Guerrero, freshman from Grand Prairie, Texas, makes her team debut. A younger, smaller lineup right now out on the floor for MACU.
Wow.
And right away, Rebecca Lindley able to get enough of it for the point.
And Lindley saw a career-high 4 kills against the University of Southwest. Didn't see much action last year.
14-5 MACU. Eberly right towards Plunk. Van Meer, there she is again, but Lindley didn't finish. Adaris Porter has been a monster at the net all match long. And MACU leads 15-5. Two-hand push shot by Eberly. MACU controlling now. Calicote able to get it. Nice match for Calicote. That's her 7th kill. (16-5) MACU leading. Plunk with the serve. Eberly pushed it out of bounds to the left.
Lady Angels. The libero on to serve.
Oh, had just a couple of players run into each other for USAO, kind of derailed any chance for an attack. Good jumping save there. King hits it, and it is just out of bounds.
Substitution for USAO, number 24, Seabach, replacing 3, Eberly.
Rachel, you're more of a basketball player. I shouldn't say more of one, are a basketball player. I don't know about you, but when I'm here for basketball games, I don't really get distracted by the volleyball lines, but I get way more distracted by the basketball lines during a volleyball match.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Especially when the end line for the volleyball court is right behind the free throw line.
Right.
Seabot gets it. Nice play again by Plunk.
Nice.
Oh, that one went into the chops of Van Meer. Battle at the net that time, and eventually won by USAO. As Patak was there.
And we'll see their spark plug, Birch, come back in.
Substitution.
Meter now down 18-6. Here in the third set, trailing 0-2. Set from Mackey.
And another block. Wow. Just the brick wall, that Porter.
Substitutions for Mid-America, number 15, Halo, replacing 7,
Alan Fouch back in for Calicote and Van Meer, 19-6.
Halo will serve.
MACU in really good position to sweep this match here. And they won handily in set 1. It was a battle in set 2, and now in front by 13. But Birch certainly not going to go down quietly.
Substitutions. Number 1, West replacing 6 versus Correction Key.
West and Conyers check in for USAO.
Replacing 32, Mackey. Conyers will serve.
And a couple of the younger and newer players. Guerrero and Lindley remaining the game for MACU. Foker getting an extra spell on the bench. Nice dig by Doobie for USAO earlier. Bumped over. Leaving for Fouch.
Lefty.
Beautiful from Fouch. Finding space in the back left corner. Makes it 20-7. Foker was about to check in, I think, for her regular rotation, but right now with a very comfortable lead, Coach McCamey wants to leave this current group on the floor.
And what a great start Foker has had to her senior season.
That's hit out of bounds by Seabach, excuse me. Yeah, 15 kills and really has not played a ton this set. Plunk will get it over. Set for Seabach that time. Makes it 21-8. And then right at the net again, the net game for Allison Porter today, and this match has been outstanding. 22-8, Desiree Brewer in. A very small front line right now for MACU. Guerrero pokes it over. And able to place it in between a couple of defenders.
And the whole squad going crazy for Guerrero.
23-8. Everything has gone right for MACU except that. Porter will come out, and now Plunk back in. Doobie serving, Fouch for Brewer, able to corral it. West, right towards a waiting Plunk. Guerrero got it right back, under control. Here's West, towards the middle. Leaves for Fouch, and Fouch able to register another, and it is now match point for USAO.
Substitutions for Mid-America. Van Meer replacing 2, Fouch. And number 7,
Alicote and Van Meer back in.
Van Meer will serve.
Fans of the Galkey Activity Center feeling it.
Wow.
And that's how it's going to end. Seabach hitting into the net on the dig attempt. Lady Evangels dominate 2 of the 3 sets here against USAO, and it is a sweep. They still remain undefeated all time against the Drovers. As again, they take the final set 25-10. 3-game sweep here for MACU. They go 1-1 of the season. USAO dropping to 0-2. We'll be back with our final look at the numbers and thoughts in a couple minutes. This is MACUathletics.com. So the Evangels come away with a victory, first match victory of the season here, sweeping the 3 matches against, I should say the 3 sets here against USAO, 25-10, 26-24, and 25-10. And for USAO, very similar result to their previous match, after they had a tough loss in a set where they had a chance for set point, but ended up losing in extra points of sorts. They just really didn't recover in that next set against Oklahoma Wesleyan, and struggled here as well in that final set. So MACU again wraps it up 25-10. Looking at the numbers from this game. Big one from the big player, Hannah Foker, 15 kills in the match for MACU. And again, did not really play much in that third set, did not need to. 70% hit percentage for the match for Foker. Outstanding game for her. Second leading score of the day was a Calicote with 8 kills. Diggs led by Megan Pluck, no surprise there, with 13. And it was Ryan Hale who led an assist today with 14. Van Meer also had 11. Just a strong overall game by MACU. For USAO, it was West with 8 kills to lead the pack. Birch had 5. The assists for Madison Garcia, 17 to lead the team. Diggs for 5 for the libero Doobie. But MACU again remains undefeated all time, now 9-0 against USAO, and they will play each other again. Again, both of this matchup and the one that's going to be coming up back in October, do not count for Sooner Athletic Conference standings. The official Sooner Athletic Conference play has been moved to the spring due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So MACU again started off this day losing in 4 sets to Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oklahoma Wesleyan then went on to win in 4 sets against USAO before MACU sweeps here 3-0 in the final match. So again, got to see a lot of good. Certainly some impacts from a lot of new players for MACU here today. Most namely Allison Port. I know she red-shirted, but back in action here today, really strong. And the freshman Tiana Nihipali, really impressive as well in her first game as a collegian. But and then the old standby, Hannah Foker, with again the big 15-kill match here to lead the way for USAO. So Rachel, like yourself, I should say like me, your first look at the Evangels Volleyball Club here in 2020. Your final thoughts before we sign off.
Evangel fans, I think you have a lot to look forward to. Very exciting few games that we saw here. Exciting new faces that are really going to help this squad. I think we need to support them as much as possible, especially in this time. But a lot of great things coming. Just hoping for a healthy season for everybody.
Very well said. Next match for MACU, it's going to be on the road, and their next few are, but MACU will play at Oklahoma Wesleyan, team they just met today. They will play them on September the 14th up in Bartlesville, 6 o'clock start there, and a couple of games and a tri-match in Kansas next time. You can see them here, either in person, given the certain restrictions in place, or here through MACUathletics.com. That'll be October the 1st against Arlington Baptist for a 6 o'clock match start. Want to thank Sports Information Director Adam Stanek for his assistance, and of course coaching staff for the Evangels, Holly McCamey and Hunter Thomas, as well as the coaching staffs of both USAO and Oklahoma Wesleyan for all their assistance today. On behalf of my partner Rachel Tapps, I'm Alex Friedman signing off here from the Galkey Activities Center. MACU takes the final game of this tri-match today by a 3-set sweep over USAO. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. You've been watching MACUathletics.com.